Students, today in this video we will continue the chapter that is truth in the forest. So in my previous video I have already discussed the first few paragraph of this chapter. If you have not watched this my previous video, go through my channel and in you will find a lot of video related this chapter. So we will start from this chapter, page number 3, from here. Deadly, the four soldiers placed their arms on the pile of firewood just inside the door. Three carbines, a light machine gun, and two bazooka. Meanwhile, Mother was speaking French rapidly to Jim. She said something in English, and to my amazement, I saw the American boys to turn their weapons over to Mother. So this paragraph describes that after putting the weapons near the wood pile, the four soldiers placed their arm on the pile of firewood. Pile means collection of object, collection of wood, just that was kept inside the door. And what was their arm? Their arm was there were three carbines, a light machine gun, and two bazooka. Bazooka means the bazooka is the first generation of rocket launcher. After that, Mother spoke to Jim in French, and in reply, Jim said something in English. Next paragraph. Now, as Germans and Americans tensely rubbed elbow in the small room, Mother went right on preparing dinner. But Herman was not going to grow any bigger, and now there were four more mouths to feed. Quick, she whispered to me, get more potatoes and some oats. These boys are hungry, and a starving man is an angry one. So when they kept their arm, then when they kept their weapons on the pile of firewood, the German and American got tense, and they rubbed their elbow. Elbow means joint joint between the upper arm and forearm. The author's mother was preparing dinner because she had got four more mouths to feed. So she quickly whispered to the author that get more potato and some oats because his mother already knew that the another four soldiers are hungry, and the head of the army group was starving also. While foraging on the storage room, I heard Harry moan. When I returned, one of the Germans had put on his glasses to inspect the American's wound. I studied medicine at Heidelberg until a few months ago. He said, thanks to the cold, he told the American in what sounded like very good English. Harry's wound had not become infected. He is suffering from a severe loss of blood. He explained to Mother what he needs is rest and nourishment. So, after searching in the storage room, the author was searching something in the storage room. What he heard that Harry was mourning. Mourning means kahrana. घायल अवस्था में पड़े रहना. When the author returned, what he saw that one of the German put on his glasses. Why? Because he had inspected the American wound. वो क्या किया, एक अमेरिकन सोल्जर का इंस्पेक्ट निरीक्षण कर रहा था अपना कि कहाँ पे किस वजह से घायल है. And also the Germans also told the author that he studied medicine at Heidelberg few months ago, and also said that thanks to the cold he told the wounded American in fairly good English. Harry would not have become infected, but he was suffering from severe loss of blood. वो इन्फेक्टेड नहीं हुआ था, बस उसके बॉडी से बहुत सारे ब्लड निकल चुका था. सो ही एक्सप्लेन टू मदर दैट व्हाट हैरी नीड्स इज टू रेस्ट एंड नरिशमेंट. Relaxation was now beginning to replace suspicion, even to me. All the soldiers looked very young as we sat there together. Heinz and Willy, both from Collegian, were 16. The German corporal at 23 was the oldest of them all. No, now after spending some time, they were relaxed, and earlier they were suspected to each other, but after spending some time they were relaxed, and the author was also in relaxed mood, and he also noticed that all the soldiers were very very young when they sat together, and two of the soldiers named Heinz and Willy belongs from Collegian, and their age was 16. And also the German corporal means head of the army group, head of the group of soldiers. The German corporal age was 23, and he was the oldest of them all. Then mother said grace. I noticed that there were tears in her eyes, and I looked around the table. I saw tears too in the eyes of the battle-weary soldiers. Boys again, some from America, some from Germany, all far from home. Then the author's mother the author noticed that his mother was in tears, and when the author looked around the table where all the soldiers sat together, he saw that all the soldiers carried tears in their eyes. The soldiers that belonged to America, and some belonged to Germany, because all the soldiers were far from the home, and they were fighting for their nation. Just before midnight, mother went to the doorstep and asked us to join her to look up the Star of Bethlehem. We all stood beside her except Harry, who was sleeping. For all of us during that moment of silence, looking at the brightest star in the heaven, the war was a distant, almost forgotten thing. At midnight, the author's mother went to the doorstep and looked at in the sky and said that look at the Star of Bethlehem. She also said, we all stood beside her except Harry. Why Harry? Was because Harry was wounded and he was recovering. He was recovered from because he was wounded. That moment when they looked at the brightest star in the heaven, the war was a distant, almost forgotten thing. When they looked into the sky, the brightest star of Bethlehem, they all they had almost forgotten their purpose. And what was their purpose? Their purpose was to fight against